The Paris Paradox: How Western watchdogs weaponize global press rankings. Why does a private club in Paris get to decide which countries have free speech and which don't? If you look closely at the World Press Freedom Index, you will notice a bizarre pattern. European nations always award themselves the top spots, dump Eastern and developing nations at the absolute bottom, but then handpick individual reporters from those exact bottom nations to give them prestigious global awards. This isn't an objective evaluation, it is a calculated, geopolitical strategy designed to control the global narrative and undermine sovereign governments from the comfort of Western Europe. Let's look at the real mechanics behind the bias. Every year, media outlets worldwide blindly broadcast the World Press Freedom Index. It has become an unexamined gospel in global journalism. But who actually writes this index? It's produced by Reporters Without Borders, an organization headquartered in Paris, France. Unsurprisingly, their rankings feature a predictable pattern. European countries comfortably sit at the top of the pyramid, while major Eastern powers and developing democracies like India, China, Russia, and others are systematically dumped into the absolute bottom tiers. But here is where the strategy becomes highly sophisticated and incredibly shrewd. While RSF officially labels these Eastern and Asian nations as catastrophic, dangerous, and completely devoid of press freedom, they simultaneously hand out prestigious global awards to individual journalists working inside those exact countries. On the surface, they claim they are honoring bravery. But look deeper. This is a deliberate, two-pronged geopolitical tool. First, by ranking an Eastern government at the bottom, they delegitimize that country's sovereign legal framework, anti-terror laws, and national security regulations on the global stage. Second, by funding, platforming, and rewarding specific domestic journalists who oppose those governments, Western institutions actively build and protect an internal narrative that favors Western political ideals. The bias is baked right into how they calculate the numbers. Think tanks like India's Niti Aayog have openly exposed the structural flaws in this index. It doesn't rely on hard, transparent, objective data. Instead, it relies heavily on qualitative perception surveys sent out to a small, hand-picked circle of Western-aligned individuals and local elites. This elite circle completely ignores reality. They ignore the fact that countries like India have incredibly massive, highly competitive, and vibrant domestic media markets with hundreds of thousands of independent newspapers and digital platforms broadcasting in dozens of languages. Because these massive networks don't strictly align with a Western-style libertarian political philosophy, the Paris-based elite penalizes the entire nation. It is a masterful system of soft power. By remaining the sole judge, jury, and award giver, a single European organization keeps itself at the center of global moral authority. They protect their own system, downgrade their geopolitical rivals, and use awards to keep domestic friction alive in the East. It's time to stop treating these Eurocentric indexes as absolute truth. They are political report cards designed by the West, for the West. What do you think about this strategy? Let me know in the comments below. If an index is created in Paris, evaluated by hand-picked Western experts, and consistently favors Western models while downplaying massive, pluralistic Eastern media markets, can it ever truly be objective? Drop your thoughts on this ranking strategy below.